Let's say that I created this tape measure, and I don't want to call it a tape measure, I want to call it a measuring roll. I can call it that. I made it up. Everyone who calls it a tape measure is wrong all of a sudden. Yo, so have you ever heard the phrase, I woke up and chose violence? A lot of you guys probably think that I woke up and chose violence. Like I wake up just trying to be pissed off at the world. And for anybody that's known me for the majority of my life, that is absolutely not the case. I hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Now, it might be because I've lived most of my life that way that I see some things through a certain lens at this point in time, but I swear to all of you that I don't look for the worst. And I read a comment this morning, and I take you up on that challenge. They challenged me to say something positive. It was by Fulcher, told me to make a video on something positive. So, to be entirely honest, this isn't how this was going to start. It ended up being positive because I'm always trying to turn to get something to be spat out the other side with a positive viewpoint on it. That's usually why I end most of my videos with a solution, because I don't want to be just spewing negativity on the internet. So, what am I going to do to say something positive? It's going to be in relation to the Rouge challenge. So, I woke up, I saw the comment, I accepted the challenge, I go look at the Rouge video, and I immediately see the comments. In the comment section, there's bats. The bat signal. Okay, what do I got to see here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a couple of the comments. I'm going to show you the demo video for the Rouge challenge, and then we're going to address some of the comments after that Rouge challenge video. So some of the comments that I saw were, those aren't 45-pound bumpers. Did not follow the rules, not the winner. That's a lot of weight, but that's not a Turkish get up. Lots of bats in this one, still talking about the 45-pound weights not being 45-pound weights. No rep, gotta go down as well. Impressive, but not a Turkish get up. Switched onto the left leg mid-lift. As a trainer for 20 years, I can't accept poor form. Great strength, didn't get me wrong, but I understand why you wouldn't want to promote these types of lifts. That's not more than 200 pounds. Why didn't he go down with it? I've seen better. He also performed the technique wrong. You can't get up with one leg, get on both knees and switch legs. That's not a Turkish get up. That's something else for sure. Didn't realize you were allowed to push off your leg on the Turkish get up. Kind of defeats the purpose of the stability aspect of it if you're pushing off of your leg when the other leg is on the ground. Now I'm going to stop right there because I can probably keep scrolling for a while. There's 200 plus comments on there. This is the type of stuff that I try to circumvent through doing a little bit of research. So yeah, when I watched the video, it got me going a little bit. Okay, here's a video that I can make. I can make a video on how Rouge is following CrossFit's trend and they're no longer upholding their standards. And I thought that was really weird because I took second place on the Mule Challenge. The Mule Challenge was 21:15.9 of deadlifts at 315 and chest to bar pull-ups. I did it right here. And I remember I finished it in like 2:28, which was good for second place. And then I got an email saying that I had gotten a minor penalty, not a major penalty like the one that CrossFit just throws out all the time. I got a minor penalty. And it was because on the set of 9 chest to bars, my chest did not touch the bar on the 4th rep. They responded to me with an email telling me all of that. So when I went to watch the video, I watched it and I was like, oh, they're right. It missed by like that much. They caught that. So when I watched the Rouge deadlift, the Rouge Turkish Get Up challenge, I'm looking at it and I go, there's no way that if they're going to catch me missing a chest to bar by half of an inch, that they're not going to catch something as egregious as somebody planting off of their knee, or they're not going to catch the fact that he's using fake plates. Rather than choosing violence and waking up in the morning,
you know, Connie, I think I have a theory about why you're such a bitch,
and just getting on the internet and started spewing, I went to the Rouge website, and it brought me to the video, which I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so here we have the Rouge challenge, the Rouge Turkish Get Up challenge. And traditionally, you got to get all the way up from the Turkish Get Up, starting on the floor, and then you got to get all the way down. But in this challenge, all you got to do is get up, and then you're good to go. In one continuous video, make sure that you say your name, the Turkish Get Up challenge, and the division that you're competing in. Now, you also have to show your barbell and the plates that you're going to be using. So here you have a video of an individual who looks like he did not do so hot on the Rouge Turkish Get Up challenge, recording all of the weights. He's recording all of the weights, and this is a video on how to record the video. So that's pretty cool that Rouge is putting out a video on how to do the video. Next, you've got to show that you are using the correct equipment by showing the calibration of the scale, showing the reading for all of the gear, and verbally confirming each weight. So this is something that I think that CrossFit might want to start doing. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I've done this. It takes a long time to do this on the Rouge challenges, but it does ensure that everyone's using the right weights. We know that there are fake weights out there. There have been instances in the past where CrossFitters have used fake weights, and you'll be doing a workout where your wall ball isn't the correct weight. Maybe they removed some weight from a wall ball, and you also have to show the measuring tape for the length of the barbell, and then you've got to verbally confirm that on the camera so there's no mistaking. So again, a video on how to make a video. Something very cool that Rouge is doing right here. Nope, shows the end cap, clearly showing the right weight. Now there you have to show your hands. You can't use any tacky tape or grip, no gloves, wraps or sleeves, no belts or braces. That's just for this challenge. That's not for every challenge. But again, this is the type of stuff that when you're putting on a worldwide competition, you want to make sure there's no stone left unturned. Verbally confirm the attempt every single time when you are about to complete the weight. And again, they're showing all the weights. They don't know how to make a video. Again, by the individual who may or may not have had a good time doing the Turkish Get Up challenge. Yep, very thorough. Begin the challenge. Show clear control in the start position. Show clear control in the finishing position. Can't make it any more clear than that. They're even saying the word clear. Make sure that you clearly show a good start and a good finish. So here we go. And I don't know if he's recording it from his angle or if they would submit the video that they're showing right here. But again, I think it's a video on how to make a video. So his video is the one that they would then be submitting. You can see that the athlete is demonstrating a clear start. And then she is keeping her opposite hand off of the barbell, which is included in the rules, which we'll talk about later. And she's very clearly in control at the top of the rep. Okay, so the first thing that we have to think about is that right there, that video was much better than many of the things that we've seen from CrossFit. And that especially includes the things where they're showing no reps, like the burpees that we saw in the team quarterfinal workouts. It seems as if they cover most of their bases. And I kept on saying it, they made a video on how to make a video. That's very good. There's a big chunk of money on the line here. And there's a bunch of equipment that Rouge's sending out. They want to make sure they cover all of their bases. And if you need to do a bunch of crap like weigh all of the weights on a scale so that you can make sure you're holding the entirety of the competition, you should freaking do it. Are you going to do it across the entire world on CrossFit? I don't know. Maybe you should. Maybe you should do it for the quarterfinals and not the open. Whatever you do, you got to make sure that you tell us what to do. Just like Rouge's doing. They're telling us what to do. Have you seen the amount of rules and regulations on this workout? Everybody can see it. It's no secret. It's well versed. There's no typos. They don't try to misstate the weights for the females and the males. Not that they're listed here, but they always don't. It's like they go over it 30 times with a fine-tooth comb. But it's time to address some of the comments that I brought up earlier. One of them was that they aren't 45-pound bumpers. Now, you can see that he includes a video. All you had to do is click a couple times. When you click a couple times, you'll see that they are indeed 45-pound weights. 45.2-pound weights on some of them. They're not just 45 pounds. They are heavier than 45 pounds. There are these things called steel weights. Got a couple of them over there. They're steel weights. They don't have to be bumper plates for them to be the right weights. It also doesn't say what type of weight you had to use. All they said is they had to be 18 inches long. That's a good standard number. Didn't follow the rules, not the winner. You can't just make a claim like that. Like, what rules didn't he follow? The next one says that it's not a Turkish Get Up. Okay, not a Turkish Get Up? Possibly, but in the video I just showed you, it says that the conventional Turkish Get Up, you get all the way up and then you get all the way down. They call it the Turkish Get Up Challenge. You can call whatever you want. If you own something and you're putting on a competition, you have a business, you have a brand, you can say whatever you want. Let's say that I created this tape measure, and I don't want to call it a tape measure, I want to call it a measuring roll. I can call it that. I made it up. Everyone who calls it a tape measure is wrong all of a sudden. So Rouge created the Turkish Get Up Challenge. I don't know who created the Turkish Get Up, but they can name it whatever the hell they want. And if they want to stop the rep at the top, they can stop the rep at the top. Next one says has to go down as well. They say right there in the video that you don't have to go down as well. The comments that said that is not 200 pounds, it is actually 239, 240 pounds. It was a button click away. All you do is click the button, look at the video, and see that he did indeed do the right weight. The next guy says that he is a trainer and you don't switch legs on the Turkish Get Up. It doesn't say anywhere in the rules for the Rouge Challenge that you can't switch legs.
It doesn't matter!
Yeah, sure, I watched and I thought that was odd, but when the company putting on the competition says you can do whatever you want so long as the other hand doesn't touch the barbell and that the barbell doesn't come below the head, the barbell doesn't touch the ground until you're done, all things are good. All things are fair game. That includes switching legs on the ground. You perform the technique wrong. You can't switch legs, not both knees. It's not a Turkish Get Up. Technique doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
Technique doesn't matter. If you want to do a squat snatch with 400 pounds on the barbell and you're a female and you do it and it looks all herky-jerky, but it is one with movement from the ground to overhead, and then you stand it up and it starts on the ground, you pick it up, it ends up over your head, your arms are bent. This is CrossFit. You can have your arms bent. This is an Olympic weightlifting. And then you stand up, your hips are extended, everything's up tall, and you're holding the bar over your head like this. You can do that. That's okay. Where is everybody getting the standards for the Turkish Get Up? I don't know. I got mine off the Rouge Challenge. The Rouge Challenge, Turkish Get Up Challenge, they're all right there. And then the last one, you're not allowed to push off your leg. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend people do it in my affiliate. Yes, it's all about coordination, balance, stability is a big reason a lot of people do the Turkish Get Up, and if you plant off the opposite leg, sure, it might negate that a little bit. However, it doesn't say anywhere in the rules that you aren't allowed to do it. So he's allowed to do it. Maybe everyone else should have done it. Maybe everyone else should have looked at the rules the exact same way John Garbo did, and everybody should have switched legs, and everybody should have planted their knee off of the opposite leg, and then everybody would have had great scores. Maybe he wouldn't have had the best score. The only thing that I think is weird here is that he has a 239-pound lift listed on his YouTube channel. It looks like the bar weighed 239 pounds, and then on the Rogue Challenge page it says 240 pounds. He would have still won. Maybe it's an adjustment issue. I don't know what's going on there. But what needs to be brought up here is that everyone needs to sit down a minute, look a little bit deeper, and understand what it is. I really much appreciate seeing the bats everywhere, but the bats have to be placed in the correct positions at the correct times for the right reasons. I really liked the CrossFit Games with Thor, Griffin Raleigh getting his hips off the bench and not squatting up on the overhead squat. That was perfect. Mal O'Brien's elbows not locking out at Granite Games last year. That was perfect. Patrick David's daughter on the Buttery Bros video. That was perfect. Those were all very well deserved, but on this one, you gotta do a little bit of research on your end. And everybody who I listed in here, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm trying to do what I always do, which is bring up a situation. I'm not picking on you. I'm using you as an example for everybody else in the future to look at this and say, oh, okay, maybe I should have looked a little bit deeper. All of you guys, I'm sure that you now see that it is a challenge. They can do whatever they want. It's Rogue's freaking Turkish Get Up version of whatever the hell they want to put on. Everybody can now see that, and everybody can say, nice job, John Garbo. You won the challenge within the realm of the rules put out by Rouge Fitness. Get all the money, get the plates, try again next year. CrossFit needs to learn from Rouge. Put out all of this content so everybody can play within the rules. One of the weirdest things that I thought about the semifinals last year was that you said you needed a media team. You need a media team to make sure that you can do everything, and now I can see why if Rouge's putting out every single rule and regulation and you got to have it all on the camera. When I did the mule, it took me 20 minutes to get the video ready. At that point in time, it's hard to keep yourself warm. Maybe that's what the media team is for. You need to have somebody following you around doing everything for you. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's what CrossFit should be starting to do here. Leave no stone unturned. It's very possible this happens in the near future. And until then, I'll just keep on making videos about it so they have no freaking choice. 100,000 followers, millions of views, they can't turn that sort of shit down. Andrew Hiller out.